very important to us. When, this is almost Darwinian, and I have a background in science, and so
Yes.
I kind of look at this quite seriously. In when your environment changes, when consumer patterns of shopping change, when retail changes, when artificial intelligence and internet comes in, when technology shifts, when there are inflationary environments, when the competitive environment changes, when there's a pandemic, okay, what ends up happening is the environment changes. And it is not the strongest companies with the biggest market share or even the biggest profit share that win. Darwin would say it's not the strongest of the species that survive, it's those that adapt to change, right? And so, how adaptable and resilient are you is different than being the strongest and the biggest. I mean, there is in your rear view mirror is littered on the sides of that road with Blockbuster Video losing out to Netflix or Kodak. Kodak invented the digital camera and the digital chip, but they were totally convinced that printing on paper and the use of chemicals and printing your photographs was the future, and they didn't embrace it. And look what happened there. And Motorola with the flip phone, but they didn't believe in touch technology, and look what the iPhone and others did. So it's not being the biggest, it's how do you adapt and see these changes? How do you pivot and do that? And so you can't navigate a new landscape, which is what we're always in, with your old maps. And I'm always concerned that, and we could be, if we're not careful, become victim to this, that successful legacy companies and successful legacy leaders, when things change or get difficult, tend to go back to what is it that we do best. Let's do that and re-up on that. When the real answer may be, you got to do something different, right? And then how do you make sure that you're catalyzing and stimulating that? When no, we've been here before, just go back. 15 years ago, 10 years ago, this is what we need to do. Well, that may not be, look, you don't forget history because you're doomed to relive it if you forget it, but you can't rely on that path. You have to
Right.
draw a new map.